Life of a car dealer. But hey, what can you do? Let's get to it. It is what it is. Life of a car dealer. This is what happens to you, you know. This is what happens, you know. You buy a car from the auction. You're like, okay, man, I got me a good car, you know. Look at that, man. We got Lucky in the building. He pulled up on us, man. Just taking up parking spots, but you know, you get a car from the auction. It's good. It's ready for sale. And then you get that dreadful phone call that dealers don't want to hear, unless it's on a bad car. Oh, you only want to hear that. You only want to hear from the auction this news if the car is no good. But when the car is good, you hate to hear this type of news. But you know, it happens to the best of us. It's gonna happen to everyone. Let me go. Before I pull off, let me go close my gate. I'll be right back. Blower motor down and just blower motor just dirty. But hey, you turn that music off. Don't want none of that. Don't want none of that copyright happening to me. But you know, it happens to the best of us, you know. The auction called me back, and the dealer that sold this car through the auction, they can't get the deal done with the customer because the customer is not bringing in the necessary paperwork to get their deal finalized. And that's one thing you're going to deal with too when you're selling cars and you become a dealer and you start financing cars. You'll have customers that, you know, for some reason they just won't bring in the stuff that's required. Either they maybe lied on the application, or the numbers that they put on the application, like, you know, like they say they make $2,500 at the bank, at their job. But you know, you're looking at the paperwork, it's showing that they only making like $1,400, $1,500, you know. The stuff is just not adding up. The bank doesn't approve the deal. So the bank throws to tell the dealer, like, we can't approve this deal. And then, so now that the dealer can't approve the deal, now they have to call the customer to get the car back from the customer. And when they do that, they have to get the customer's car back from the auction. And sometimes it works, it happily works out for some dealers, because if, you know, what if I had sold this vehicle, you know, then it'll be more on me than on a big dealership, because these trade-ins, a lot of times I buy my trade-ins from a big dealership. It's not gonna hurt them, you know, but it'll mess up me. Because say for instance that I bought this car, right, and then I sold this car, and then I end up using the money that I sold this car to pay some bills and to pay for another car, and then I get the call and say that they need this car back. Then what? You know, I can't call those bills and be like, yeah, I need the money for them bills back. I can't, you know, and the money's already spent, so there's nothing I can do. So I have to take money out of my savings account to get that person back their money. And then you have to call that customer that, you know, probably was a good customer that probably would have came back to you. And now you have to try to bring them back, either get their money back or find and switch them into another vehicle. And it's going to be harder to switch them into another vehicle because, you know, they came and they checked out all your vehicles, and the one they bought is the one they like. So it's going to be harder to switch them to something they don't like. So but you know, it just depends. You know, maybe they just need a car and they'll buy something else from you. But you know, sometimes it won't. But let's take this car back to the auction. I mean, it just happens. It's the basically, like I said, it's the life of a car dealer. You know, I want to show you guys both sides and what happens, and this stuff happens. You know, people don't want to talk about it. It just happens. You know, if this car was a bad car, I wouldn't mind. I'd be like, hey, you know, it's a bad car. You know, whew, I got out of it. But you know, when it's a good car, that's when you really be like, man, dang, all bad. But hey, it happens. But yeah, let's get this car dropped off to the auction. Oklahoma Auto Exchange just dropped that Ford off, you know. So, you know, walking, getting picked up, you know, had to call up Lucky's Wheels and Deals, man. You know, Lucky's Wheels and Deals coming to help Dollar and the Dream out, you know. Ain't that something? You know, about to get us a ride in this Impala, man. I ain't never rode in one of these new Impalas yet, man. Look at that, man. He pulled up on us, man. You need to clean this thing up, man. Tire stickers looking different colors, man. Tire stickers ain't even looking that good now, man. Come on, man. You need to clean this car up, man. These tire stickers ain't even white no more, man.
Oh.
They all brown and stuff, man.
Sound like Ron C.
Oh, man, you know. You
can't
be.
I don't think I want to get none of them.
I don't think I want to hop in this.
Yellow, bottom yellow. I bought them like an egg shell. I bought them like that.
This ain't no Toyota. I don't know if I really want to step in this car.
Oh, shit, come on, son.
Got lucky in the building here, man.
Y'all see it, man. Y'all see it, man.
Y'all see it, man. Lucky's wheels and deal.
Recognize a boss when you see one. Yay!
So you guys know, drop that vehicle off. You guys probably like, oh my God, he got a haircut. He's shocked, probably fell out your seats. I'm just playing. No, I dropped that vehicle off yesterday, and then I had to run, you know, to go grab my kids. You know, they wanted to go to the park, so, you know, hey, I went to go grab them in the park. I already had finished one video for the day, and I only started making a video because the auction called me to bring that vehicle back. So I thought it would make it a good video, because that stuff like that happens. You know, it's nothing that you can control. You know, it's like I said, you know, it's other dealerships, and you know, they sold a car. You know, it's just luckily you don't put money into it. But you know, the good thing about buying it from a big dealership is that if I was to buy the vehicle and I done anything major to the vehicle, as long as I got my receipts, that the big dealerships will reimburse you. The smaller dealerships won't reimburse you. You know, that's just, you know, because they won't reimburse you, but the major dealerships will reimburse you, because I have had this happen to me before. You know, I done work to a vehicle, but I had my receipts and I turned them in, and you know, the big dealership cut me a check back, and you know, I wasn't out any money. But if you know, a small dealership, they won't cut you any money back, because then, you know, because it's really not their responsibility, but the big dealership do it. But it's, you know, they're not obligated to do it, because the auction will tell you, don't do anything to the vehicle until you receive the title. So, you know, that's just the auction rules. You know, they say don't do anything to the vehicle until you receive the title. But you know, dealers, you know, if we weren't buying and selling cars before we got the title to these vehicles, a lot of these dealerships wouldn't be selling any vehicles. A lot of the dealerships won't be selling any vehicle, just being honest with you guys. But I'll probably record 2 videos tomorrow, because my kids, they're having something going on at the zoo this week. I think, like, you know, it's free or something, and so my girlfriend wants me to go, so I won't be here at the lot Thursday. So I'll record 2 videos for you guys. It'll be 2 videos recorded tomorrow. I'll record 2 videos tomorrow. You know, Wednesday walk around, I'll get that taken care of tomorrow. Then also I'll record a video to show like common mistakes that dealers make, and how the downfalls that dealerships do dealers do, or new people do when they come into the business. So I'll make a video about that, and also be dropping you guys some big information that you guys probably don't know yet, or you know, if you watching other people's channel, you might know by now. But if you guys don't know, you guys will find that out on Thursday. And also, if you're a member of my Patreon, the link will be in the description. If you haven't signed up yet, it's $5 to sign up, $5 a month. And you know, I already dropped videos on there with Carlos, so it's sitting down a lot of information with Carlos, and it's also going to be sitting down doing other interviews with other people in the business. But that's available on Patreon, and all the members on my Patreon, I know you guys watch this as well, so I appreciate that. And I'll be having one-on-one phone calls. I free my schedule up. I'm freeing it up now, and I'll have availability Saturday and Sunday, whichever one you guys prefer. Sunday is more of a relaxed day for me, so Sundays are better, but also Sunday it's fine as well. And I'll be doing one-on-one phone calls with you guys that's members of my Patreon. So have you guys questions ready. If y'all have any questions you guys want to ask, you know, we'll sit down, set up a time to talk, and I'll answer all your questions and any other questions you guys might have. But I appreciate you guys. I'm out. See you in tomorrow's and the videos to come. Appreciate you guys. Love it. And also, let me drop this too. I will be doing Connecticut's dealer's license. I think that's what CT stands for, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. I don't be keeping up with stuff like that. But I'll be doing that dealer's license probably starting that next week. I'll do my research this week and I'll start those videos next week. So appreciate you guys, and whatever other state you guys in, you guys want me to do how to get your dealer's license in those states, just let me know in the comments below. And appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace.